the greatest.
Hey, you know J. Ray got girls here going way, 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 way.
I'm pretty sure I realized before, but now that I know that you love Drake like that.
All right, bro. We're not talking about that this episode. We're not talking about that this episode. We're gonna talk about that next episode. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Listen, it's Black History Month. You already know what Shamika is. I really don't gotta say too much. It's Black History Month, so you know we gotta get like 1 or 2 Black History Month episodes in, man. So I'm not gonna say too much. I'm a little sleepy, y'all.
Oh, no? Too loud?
I what?
That loud?
What'd you say?
Nothing. I was going to talk about your fit, but okay.
All right, bro. What's up? Anyway, man, you know, we come, look, when they say in church, we come as we are. You feel what I'm saying? I came comfortable. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, might have been a little too comfortable. Might be playing on my sleepiness, but it is what it is. But, like, nah, for real, I got some questions that we low-key talked about in an unreleased episode. But, nah, I thought we'd just, you know, sit down and talk about, like, you know, all the stuff that's been going on this month and every year this month. So, yeah, I think I usually do these pretty well. I think I got a couple BHM episodes from last year. I don't know about the year before, but let's get into it. Are you ready?
Let's get into it. I'm ready.
All right. First question, what does being Black mean to you in today's society?
What does being Black mean to me in today's society? Showing up best I can, doing things with excellence, because I feel like there's this misconception on what it means to be Black.
Oh, we'll get into that later too.
Yeah.
I think it's in there. I don't know. ChatGPT go crazy.
We're portrayed a certain type of way, you know. So for me, it means proving them wrong. Those who assume the worst of me just because I'm a Black woman assume for me to show up as like the angry Black woman when, you know, things go wrong or something like that. Showing up as my best self and like operating in the spirit of God, if you will, as far as like loving our neighbors as we should, and, you know, treating others the way we want to be treated, even in like, you know, tougher situations. So not letting society and circumstances get the best of me, and still being a Black woman, because we strive in excellence. Black women out here, we doing it for real. So yeah.
All right, what is? So yours is kind of proving the haters wrong, pretty much, and proving stereotypes wrong as well.
That part, yeah.
Especially representing for the Black woman. I like that. What does being Black mean to me in today's society? I still got to figure that out, bro. Because it goes on to what you said. Because I thought about that when I saw a misconception question from ChatGPT. I don't think it's in this one. But then I was like, yo, like after we've done that, like what else is there though? Like other than just, because like that's all Black excellence is about, and Black like emphasis is about letting people know, like, you know, despite what people think about us, we are more than what they think about us. And it's always like we feel like we have to prove ourselves. Or just prove to ourselves, and to the people, and to people behind us. But it's more like I feel like we're more than that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's deeper than that.
I think the what more that, you know, you're questioning would be like us actually doing that for each other. Yeah. Instead of just trying to prove the other person wrong or prove the other cultures wrong, proving ourselves right, that we can look out for each other.
Exactly.
You know, we can count on each other. We can still have that community dynamic that we are, you know, everybody's a bit familiar with from like back in the day that seems like it's no longer present in certain spaces. So bringing that back. Yeah,
that most definitely, that part. Because, you know, I look at it, I can say what being Black means to me. It means being beautiful. It means being excellent. It means being me. It means being authentic. But that should be every single human being. Like, I think Black is so much deeper than that, yo. But I feel like we've gotten away from that just because of years and years and years of, especially in this country, but just years and years and years of us being ripped away from our true cultures. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching this movie, like, well, we'll get into that later. I ain't even finna go on the list. But, like, to me, I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, I feel like there's way more to it. You feel me? Because, you know, I'm like, you know, I've just been down this road. Ever since I graduated from mass comm and all that stuff, now I want to focus more on, like, my purpose. And that goes into, like, first of all, my ethnicity before I can help anybody else in the whole world. So now I'm trying to, like, you know, figure out, like, when I'm watching these movies, you know, people hate watching, like, you know, slavery or segregation movies because it makes them, quote unquote, angry. But, like, it does make me upset here and there when I was younger. Now I'm kind of trying to dissect in, like, the messages and understanding what's going on. And, like,
was going on.
And, like, that's the thing. Every single movie is, like, you know, obviously, whatever, I want to say, supremacist type people are trying to oppress, you know, another ethnicity. It's like, it's a constant, like, we're trying to, like, hey, you know, I'm more than this. Hey, I'm trying to prove myself to this. But it's like, we are more than, like, why do we keep trying? It's almost like, and I don't want to say, like, I'm more Malcolm X than Martin, because I've, you know, everybody been talking about that lately. But it's like, damn, like, what? Yeah, why do we try to prove? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, we're more than, like, who do we have to prove to them?
And as they were saying that, like, I'm thinking about when I used to try to prove myself, like, to my mom.
Yeah.
And wanting to live up to my mom's expectations. And my life didn't really change and start to improve until I stopped doing it for my mom and started doing it for myself. You and start really looking into who you were and trying to figure out who you were, who the type of person you want to be, not the type of person they want to shape you to be. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, it's always good to prove, like, not in a motivational way to prove people wrong, because at a certain point it does elevate you.
Push you. Yeah.
But I think once you prove them wrong, what's like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like it caps you.
And like you said, right now you're in a space where you're more focused on your personal purpose. And I think if everyone was kind of like striving towards a purpose that's either bigger than themselves, or, you know, it doesn't even have to necessarily be monumental, but something significant for your own self. Yeah. And navigating life through that way and no longer just trying to prove somebody else wrong, I think we'll start to see more of people showing up as their true selves, because they've stopped focused and listening. They have stopped focused and stopped listening to all of the outside noise.
And that true self part, because remember I told you I went to the Mary J. Blige concert with my mom? And there was this moment where there was this girl came on the bus. Like, mind you, because most of the people in our cart was going to, we just so happened to be in a space where it was like older people, and most of the people in our cart was going to a Mary J. Blige concert. I mean, like, as soon as we stepped on the cart, one girl was like, okay, I see what you, because my mom had a Mary J. Blige concert. One girl was like, okay, go Mary, go. Then everybody on the car started like, go Mary. Yeah. That's why I was like, I love black people. And then somebody started playing a Mary J. Blige song on their phone and shit. I was like, okay, we getting this shit crunk. Then, you know, a couple stops, we go through the train, and then this one girl gets on the phone, like, gets on the train cart, and she starts to get on her phone, and she's talking loud. We already know how, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, and we know those stereotypes. But I'm like, I'm not judging yet. I'm listening to her conversation, and I'm like, yo, because like my dad and me wants to go, this Negro here, like, come on, man, because she wasn't cursing anything. She was actually like, she had a ghetto, I'm not gonna lie, she had a ghetto tone, but the way she was handling the conversation, like, I think the first thing that she was talking about was, I think it was like pay wages or something, because she worked at a hotel or something, and there was new hires coming in. She was expressing to whoever on the phone that she understands, like, I never want to see nobody, you know, I don't want to see people get their money, but it don't make sense for me to be here 3 years, you know, working here, and then new people come in and they get damn near the same pay as me. So I was like, when you put it in that perspective, I don't care how loud you is. I mean, and then at the same time, it's like, you know, she's just having a conversation with her friend and telling how she feels, and she was actually like expressing herself very well, like her vocabulary, like, it was just, she was just loud. That's really the only point. Like, and then she started going to this and that, and like how people, you know, how girls do. Then she started getting into, like, you know, I felt like she said some type of way, did you see my face when she do? And I'm just like, she's talking loud, but I'm like, damn, some of them conversations, I'm like, I'm really, and before I got out, and you can see some people's faces was like, yo, like, turned off by it. You know what I'm saying? I got off the train, I was like, yo, twin, I ain't gonna lie. And like right before I got off the car, my stop, I was like, yo, twin, I'm with you on that. They need to pay y'all. She was like, for sure. She started laughing. Everybody started laughing. So to say that was what I mean. It's like, when did we start saying, like, this is ghetto, that's ghetto, this ghetto?
I'm glad that you said it, because while you were talking, I was like listening and literally just thinking about that aspect, is that ghetto has this negative connotation, but the reality of ghetto is not negative. Exactly. It's our authentic selves. Because I'm also loud, and that comes from like being in a space where the family's always together. You feel me? When the family deep inside the house, it's Thanksgiving, you gotta be loud if you want to get heard.
You know what I mean?
And that ends up becoming a part of your persona because you're trying to get heard. And like you said, she's on the phone with her friend. She's trying to make sure her friend hear her. Like when we speak, I know when I speak, I can be passionate. And my volume
was like
go
that.
up. When you're passionate about something, your volume goes up.
And she never, and the crazy part is she never used a profanity. Like she didn't use profanity at all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't even, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't like a bad thing. And again, I think because you were asking, the question was like, when did it start to become like a negative thing to like see someone on the phone and they're talking, is because of the outside noise. Someone else that's not familiar with loud talking, that comes from a quieter home, unseasoned food. Is it too early to say something like that? Unseasoned food.
Are you talking about the white people? Yeah, that's wild. Cause I gotta hear what conversation you put in there.
What I'm saying is that when they're not familiar with something, right, they paint it in a negative light. It's the same thing like, okay, so for the sake premises of speaking about like white people who are not familiar with black people and black culture, they when they don't know those things, they paint it, they talk about it like, oh no, that's ghetto in a negative connotation just because they're unfamiliar with it. And because we hear that so much, we're listening to them thinking like, oh, we're ghetto. Now all of a sudden we're afraid to go outside and be ghetto when there's nothing wrong with our true selves. So it came from, again, listening to those outside noises, and it needs to go back to us first learning who our authentic self is, studying our own history, understanding where our own behaviors come from, and then being okay with that, right? Because she was okay on the phone there on the train. I'm pretty sure she knew somebody was looking at her sideways a little bit, but that's their business.
She didn't care. She was her authentic self.
Yeah.
You know?
As long as
and she was using her outside voice in the outside area. It wasn't like she was at a library or something, you know what I'm saying? Or the spelling bee. You feel me? So, yeah. I think we know that one. So that's what, like, that last part, especially, that's where I was like, what does it mean? What does black mean to you in today's society? Because yours is definitely not an incorrect answer. Everybody's is different how they want to represent their blackness. Deeper. I just think we could get deeper, bro. Because I'm tired of hearing the same thing Did you see that thing I posted with Morgan Freeman where he was like, why is Black History Month only celebrated every February?
It was in your stories.
And it wasn't. Yeah, I think I posted a story. I'm gonna play the clip later because we probably yeah. But we'll get into that later because we still on number one and we got like 12. Okay.
It would be the same thing though. Why? Damn, you're on question number one.
Go ahead.
All right. No, but I was gonna say, it's the same thing with Valentine's Day, right? I don't really care for Valentine's Day, right? Because they give us this day to celebrate, and there's nothing wrong with celebrating Valentine's Day, but it's a problem if that's the only time you express your love.
Exactly.
And it's the same thing with Black History. Exactly. If Black History Month is the only time you're learning about your culture, or you're celebrating yourself being black, or wanting to learn more, striving excellence, or creating Black history, because it's still being created. It's not done. We're still putting in work. So again, it's the same way they be like, oh, I'm not want to get into like the political aspect of it, but the issue only comes when individuals only care about Black history during that time. Same thing when there's a rally, or there's a movement, or we got to do a boycott. It's hot for like these 2 minutes, and then we are back to focused on, or back to stressing and worrying about life stuff, and then we forget about the unity that we're trying to create, or caring for our people and all of these things. So I guess the life stuff kind of like plays a role in why it's not celebrated throughout the year. Because
we'll get into that later because it's another question in there that kind of separate. But I feel you the same, bro. I feel like, and it's like, no, especially in the time we are in now, where they're trying to really regulate certain parts of history that we had a part in or impact in, that they feel quote unquote either guilty or they feel like it shouldn't be taught. It's like, yo, you don't want to teach this part of history where y'all committed genocide against us, or y'all did this, or y'all did that, or in a sense where we fought back or something like that. But I'll still teach World War II and its impact on the world. I think that's when it was German. In the night, I'm just trying to say, y'all still teach the Civil War, y'all still teach 9/11, y'all still teach the oh my God, the bomb on Pearl Harbor. So it's just like, yo, when it come to us, now y'all gotta regulate certain things. You feel me? And I don't like that. And that's why I think we should emphasize Black history every single day. Like, Black history is American history. Like, this shit was built off the back of us, nigga. Yo, because I was watching a movie last night. It's called The Long Walk. It's with Whoopi Goldberg. And it's like, it takes you through a first-person experience of not only just the black woman in the world, but like during the bus boycott. And it's taking you through like what exactly those women had to go through, bro. So not only Liz, she was like, bro, like she had to, so let me break it down to you, her everyday move, right? She had to wake up at the crack of dawn because like she's not taking the bus no more. She had to wake up at the crack of dawn. And you like you said, it's a standard we have to keep, even especially in the workforce. Even nowadays, we still have to keep it. Makeup, hair, heels, dress, all the way down to not knee stockings. Obviously, the hygiene. She has to wake up at the crack of dawn, probably walk 10, 20 miles to the place she's working at. Not only she has to, bro. Do y'all understand what a maid is? Do y'all understand how lazy women back then, especially like y'all talk, I'm about to cook. So you telling me now nowadays it's more a celebrity thing, or if you got money, you know what I'm saying? Or if you got time, it's business. I understand that. Back then, so you're telling me, and it was crazy because there was a scene where the lady was like, black people, they're so lazy. They just want this, that, and that while at work. I'm like, yo, Whoopi Goldberg is literally taking care of this lady's kids, and she don't even have a job. So you're telling me you need help to take care of 2 kids? This lady comes and take care of your kids, take care of your house, then goes all the way back home, does her own shit. You feel me? Like, what? I'm like, yo, lazy? Yeah. Lazy? Bitch, you... No, let me stop. Hey, yo, I'm gonna give her a shout out when I found her name. I'm gonna put it somewhere right here because she was a good actor because she got that out of me. Because the way she was spitting that, she was like, "Yeah, black people are lazy," and then it was funny because Whoopi walked in as she was saying it, and she was like, and then everybody got quiet. You know what I'm saying? Right. But the lady tried to act all stuff with her pride. Like, I don't care who hears. And then she starts serving the table. Whoopi starts serving. I'm like, yo, I mean, these ladies weren't even walking in regular shoes. They were walking in heels.
And the psychological aspect towards like that experience is something that has been passed down from generations to generations. Exactly. Because it's like hearing those things, you start thinking like, oh, am I lazy for real? Now I got to grind harder. That's why she's getting up at the crack of dawn. Exactly. Because she's showing up in a workspace where people are expecting that, oh, she's lazy or calling her lazy behind her back. And now she got to prove herself. And again, that has been passed down to where we are still doing that today as black women, trying to prove ourselves in spaces where we really don't want to be.
Hello.
And I think,
hello. Women are literally still doing that. Mine, like, it's just we got cars now. Like, this is literally the same thing. Women have to literally
get up,
earn an income, just as men, take care of the family, take care of their man, please. And they were doing that back then, and they was probably only making like what, $3 an hour. You feel me? I'm saying. And you telling me she's walking 20 miles and you feel me? Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Because you're not even take care of the family. You take care of the house, the family, and your husband. Those are like 3 separate things. Because people like to say take care of your family, but it's you know what I'm saying?
Each time you say you feel me, you know how deeply I feel you.
Yeah,
I do have you like, going through that. You know my.
Come on now.
The getting up, taking care of the kid, and then in the midst of all that, trying to find time to take care of yourself to still show up as a woman. Because, if you don't show up, like, oh, if your hair not done, your nails not done, it's like, oh, she don't take care of herself. Yeah. First of all, I've been taking care of all 10 of them children and the husband and the dog and the cat and, all these things. It's just like, I think we have to start giving ourselves grace and giving each other grace to know that, we are putting in a lot of work just to show up on a day-to-day basis. And I think that will help us to, like, treat each other better. And that's where a lot of the shift needs to happen, is the way we treat each other. Because again, when all the fluff is, done and over and we're back to our regular lives, we out here walking, another black person could have saw that young lady on the train and been annoyed with her being loud just because they're having a bad day. And then it could have become an argument like, girl, shut up. Like, there's mad people on here. And then now that stereotype is being actualized. And other people on train look like this is how they are for real.
Exactly.
Like, this is how they treat each other. Like, why should we treat them any better if this is how they treat each other? Exactly.
And there was parts of movies I'm just like, yo, I felt like a black person in the movie theater because I was talking, yo, shut the fuck. Because there was a part of them, because I'm not going to tell you the whole, like, I don't want to give y'all too much of the movie. I think it's called The Long Walk, but with Whoopi Goldberg, and it's like a bunch of other, it was a dude from Baby Boy. There's a bunch of little actors. I was like, okay, it was like a 19-something movie, though. But there was a part in the movie where, because, like, the person she was caretaking for, the white lady was actually helping her out because she experienced a black maid when she was younger, and the black maid only did her right. So she was in conflict with who her husband wanted her to be. He was obviously, racist, prejudiced. He was nice to them, but he still saw them as indifferent, less than. So there was a point where she gets caught, and he's talking to her. Like he yelled at her first, and then he comes to apologize. But he apologized for yelling, but not apologizing for what he's saying. And there was a specific line he said. He was like, if you put her in the car with us, they're gonna think they're like us, and they're not. And I was like, you damn right, nigga. You damn right, because you was a weak ass nigga. For first of all, damn near, I ain't even put his hands on his wife, but arguing about your wife about driving another woman back and forth to take care of the house that you not even doing shit for, my boy. Like, what is you doing? And she snapped on her. She locked in because she had a little talk down whoopee and shit. And then she locked in. She was like, okay. So, because the idea was like he was trying to force her not to take whoopee no more. She's like, nah, she want to walk 3 days, she can walk all 5 days. Because, that's a whole nother conversation. Yeah. Like, every time they change, that's the other thing I wanted to get into. Mm-hmm. I'm going to going all the way on the side note. Because it still goes back into what we're saying.
We can run over time a little.
Still on number one.
We're going, no, that's what I'm just like. I'm like, I don't think we got anywhere in those questions. I'm looking at time. But it's okay because the conversation is getting where it needs to get.
And this goes back to number one I said where I feel like we don't, because like we're constantly trying to prove to ourselves, right? And that gets to a point where, I lost my fucking train of thought. What was he saying? What did he say? He said,
if they're in the car with us, they'll think that they're like us. And
they're like us.
You agree that we're not.
And then he
saying that she can walk all of the days instead of 3 of the days.
Oh, okay, yeah. Bro, it's crazy because we fight for all these rights, throughout generations, and it's never really for us. It's always a benefit to them. I fucking saved that clip though. No, I gotta play it. No. It was one when a lady broke down like every single thing in history. Nope, no, not this one. Yo, that's wild. That was wild. That first clip popped up, yo. Hey, no. Damn, I saved a lot of clips though. Okay, here you go. She finna cook. Hold on, she finna cook.
Oh yeah, I've seen that clip.
Hold on, she finna cook.
America was started as a business.
Bro, I'm trying to look.
It's not about your freedom. It's a business. So we're sitting up begging these white men to give us rights. No, affect their money. That's why white men change white men to give us rights. Segregation ended because of the Montgomery That's why white men changed. Because the city of Montgomery almost went bankrupt because of the Montgomery boycott. Because the city of Montgomery all of it didn't change their minds. 18 months. Abraham Lincoln did not. These white men all of it didn't change their minds because he felt Abraham Lincoln did not. He needed to do this. He did it to cripple the South economically. Anytime they've done anything, it wasn't to help us because we were human. Anytime mess up another white man's money, help us so we don't get right. So we mess up a white man's money. That's it. So we don't get right. So we mess up a white man's money. That's it. We have to mess their money up until they see us as human beings. We have to mess their money up. That's it. America.
You feel me? Yo, and when she broke that down, I started breaking down other things she didn't even talk about. Like I was like, yo, like that's.
And I have her clip saved because I am doing an episode on my podcast where I talk about the fact that America is a business and the structure of it, and I'm going to break it down because I've learned some things as a business owner. I've been, doing my own research on how to effectively establish a business, and the different ladders and the different branches into effectively creating a system with your business to protect your asset, which is what they're doing, protecting your assets, protecting your family and stuff like that. So I plan to go into like a further deep details, and I'm probably going to run that same clip back when I do that episode because. In the industry where I work in, right, it's a service-based industry. I'm gonna try not to talk about it too much because I need to keep my job, and the shit I really want, the stuff I really want to say might put me at risk until I leave. Then I'll put all the tea out there. But oftentimes, I get customers calling in and they're expecting for this company to jump in and save them and, save the situation and take care of everything and do all of the work. When the reality is like, they're a business. Stop expecting your service provider to keep your lights on just because you didn't get your check this week. They do not care. They are a business at the end of the day. And I think it's the same thing that she's talking about. Like, we're expecting this service provider, the government, to come in when the check is late or whatever is going on to help us out because the government is supposed to be for us. But the reality is it's a business.
It is.
And the business, bottom line, is their profit margin. Okay? And if you're affecting their profit margin, they're going to get it back some way, somehow. If you... Yeah. I'm
go ahead.
Because, like I said, I wasn't really prepared for this part of it because we were more so we wanted to focus on like the questions here. So stay tuned between the Real Talk Radio and D group chat. We have a lot more, conversations that we're going to be bringing a deeper dive, because we are going to be doing pretty much like a Black History series. So stay tuned for more. So
that's my point. Why do we keep fighting for this? Like, and I'm gonna skip like 2 through 4. This goes to where is it? It was talking about black. How has the Black Lives Matter movement impacted your personal views on activism? Bro, we fight for equality, and it seems like it's equality at first, but it's just like it just hurt their pockets. Like I can't tell you, because I want to go deep into like when the Civil Rights Act was, you know what I'm saying, brought upon. But I can't remember, because at first I thought it was because of Martin Luther King's death, but it was because of something else. And I remember it was because of Lyndon B. Johnson did something, but I can't remember. But it was like a deeper meaning than just like, you know what I'm saying, giving civil rights to everyone. It's always an underlining intention behind that. I just can't remember what it was. I watched too many damn movies. But either way, it's like we keep fighting for this, and this when it's really not segregate us. It's really to benefit them. At the end of the day. So I'm just like, do we keep fighting, or do we do like Malcolm said, or Nate Turner said, or like all these other figures that were kind of against Martin's ideology, and just like go back to where we came from for real.
And even if not necessarily go back where we came from, because that's easier said than done, but establishing our own.
But I don't know, bro, because in history, every time we establish our own, they burn that shit down.
I agree, and that's why we have to be more strategic. Learn from history. That's why it's important for us to understand our history, right? If we realize that if we come together in this one community, the chances of it getting bombed is likely, because it's happened more than once. We can check the facts on that one. Yeah. Because I think what I've been kind of like seeing on the back end of people who are not out there so much, there's somebody here in this city, somebody there in that city. There's a lot of people who are actually doing certain things, so from the activist standpoint, because when we're talking about the Black Lives Matter, I don't really care for the louder platforms that have that you see them all the time, because there was a scandal with the Black History, the Black Lives Matter thing, where they were using the money to do things that was not helping anyone. But there are people who are actually like on the ground, putting in work, establishing businesses, teaching, educating the people, and helping people to like heal, and helping people to be the best version of themselves, so that way they can be self-sustainable. If they're not doing it on a large scale, at least I'm gonna teach you how to take care of your family. Just like that little parable. You teach a man. You give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach a man how to fish, he eats for a lifetime. So those people who are on the ground actually teaching us how to fish, teaching us how to get our own, teaching us how to not depend on them, teaching us how to establish our own banks, teaching so that way we're not running to the white man to get funded, to build our business, to feed the family, to help the community. We got to start doing it ourselves. And I do see a lot of people doing that. So I'm very hopeful that we are going to get to that place. It's just a matter of, one, using our platforms to have these conversations, to being aware and taking accountability for learning what we can do first for ourselves. And then if it becomes, if we have it in our heart to do anything more than just for ourselves and our family, because again, it's not for everybody to want to do something on a greater scale. Sometimes there are people who their capacity could only manage, their own family life, and that's about it, and that's also okay. But at least having the knowledge and the empathy and the understanding that you see your brother out there doing or struggling, if you can help, or if you can give a word of advice, or whatever you can do to not treat each other the way they expect us to treat each other.
Unification. I don't think that could be my personal experience. My personal opinion, I don't think that could be reached in America. For one thing you did say about like people were abusing the money during the Black History, and it's just because of greed. Like we've definitely, like, greed was not in our nature back then. Like everyone, they always say like back in certain times we were kings and queens. Everybody was rich. We had gold. You know what I'm saying? Like we were one. When we were brought to this country, man, this country was pretty much built off of supremacy, corruption, and dictation. That's all we learned. Every single person like that, we try to like say, okay, I see him, they're always brought down because of corruption, because of greed. Like more money, more money, more money. And I just don't think like that. What I'm trying to say, like that way of thinking will always like catch us like a virus just because of here. You don't think that? Like,
I agree and disagree.
yeah.
I do believe that there are some people like when they get to the money, it sometimes it amplifies who you are, and that's why I think it's important for us to do the groundwork first of change, because change happens first within you before anything else. So before we can get to that place where we do have the resources to fund our own things, fund our own schools and our own businesses, we have to work on our character development. That's where it starts. So that's why, like, I agree and I disagree. So if we don't do the work to develop ourselves, our characters, who we are, then of course, if we try to build anything, it's gonna fumble.
Yeah.
Right? But I do feel hopeful that there will be enough of us to be able to put in the work on ourselves and, be able to build things and establish. Because there are actually a lot of communities, again, that are out there that are doing some things that are self-sustainable. There's black farmers out there where, in smaller communities here and there. So I am hopeful that it can happen. Maybe not on a large scale where it's televised, because there's a part of me, too, who I love that line of the revolution will not be televised. And I think that's what that means, is that the inner work that we're doing, we're not gonna put it on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be on the news outlet that 100 black people over there have increased their mental health and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not that aspect. That aspect of it is not being televised. And when those people do start to build certain things, we're not doing it to be in the limelight, because the people who are doing it to be in the limelight are the ones who end up misusing the money, because it's about the fame, the greed, and the being in the limelight and feeling like being heard because they did not work on developing their own characteristics. So all they have to fall on is the money that they made. That could be a whole other tangent on conversation with.
Because we can put the church in that. That's a perfect example. Like the church and what is it called? When the ladies used to come through, the offerings used to actually go toward the church or the community.
And it's not seen.
Now you see all these, you know what I'm saying? Now you see all these. That's what I'm saying. I think greed was like, nah, man.
But where do you see that mostly? In the larger churches who have large social media platforms, or who are out there doing it just because it looks good.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
I've seen some low ones too, though.
I mean, I'm not saying no.
Not all of them, but I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But most of the smaller churches and the smaller communities, they're actually actively in their communities feeding the people. I've been in churches, like there was a lot of churches around the area who have like food bank and food pantry where people can go and get food for free. And then you don't hear about that stuff on the news.
True.
They're not talking about that.
That's a whole nother.
Because they don't want to see more of it. So they're not going to talk about what they want. They talk about things they want to see more of, and that's a negative connotation between what it means to be a black person, or what it means to be ghetto, or what it means to live in America. Even it's the same thing they do with other countries. When you see other countries on TV, you see the worst of it. And the reality is, them countries is lit for real.
That's real.
But they only show you the negative aspect of it. So it's propaganda and fear, and that's how you control the people. That's something that I've been, and I've heard, I don't know whose speech I heard it in or somewhere, but fear is a way to control the people. So they put those things on the news to fear. A lot of white people don't know much about black culture, but they fear black people because of the things they see on the news. And that right there, that controls how white people treat us and how the relationship is between black and white. They see a black person on the street, they want to clutch their purse because all you see on the news is a YN running off with somebody's purse. You know what I mean? And again, it's just those outside noises controlling and dictating how we see each other. And that goes for both black and white if you want to take color out of it and talk about humans. Because not all white people are bad. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them are racist. And some of them do try to understand. Some of them are allies. You know what I'm saying? So to be fair to those ones, it's just like if we can take the color out of it and start to focus on humanity and take away the outside noise of how society tells us how humanity is. Society is the one that told us that we have a crab in the barrel mentality. And now everybody, not necessarily everybody, and now the crab in the barrel mentality is seen a lot of places because someone told us we had that mentality. When it comes on to like raising children, right? Because again, just how I was talking when you were talking about we're trying to prove someone wrong, and I remember, you know, relationship with my mom. If we start to look at it that way, right? Let's say America is the parent and we're the children. It's been raising us and telling us we're this, we're that, boom, boom, boom. We start to believe it and actually start to live. That's how all of these things happen. They told us that we was killing each other, and guess what we did? We was killing each other.
Yeah. But that's not the reason we
no, again,
hell no,
there's exceptions to it.
They covered that shit up, man. Yeah. They covered that shit up. They put, you know, drugs and infestation and all that type of shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They told us about it, and then they gave us the research to do it. Yeah. Right? They told us we was killing ourselves. They told us, we got a lot of guns in the community, and then they put the guns in the community.
Because I'm like, because when people used to say that, I used to be like, where's the proof? Like, when y'all saying that? But now I'm thinking like, okay, how is this poor man really affording a gun? You know what I'm saying?
It's all it's a systematic thing. It was a business plan from day one.
Like, who taught this person how to like mix baking soda? Was like, because this nigga, you know what I'm saying? This nigga barely passed in 5th grade. Like, who really taught this man? You know what I'm saying? That's a scientific thing. You feel me?
Well, no, that's the thing. Yeah, but that's the thing. The information came out there, and they gave it to the right person because they know, we're gonna give these niggas this crack, and they gonna be crackheads.
And then why fake crack? Goddamn, you get more time for fake crack than you get for pure cocaine. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, bro. I used to be like, all right, now y'all reaching, but then when I start putting pieces together, I'm like, this shit kind of real, bro. Yeah. Especially when you start off with just the foundation of just how projects work. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out, this place was not a race. I said, a little documentary out there.
You have a premiere coming up, don't you?
Yeah, I got a little premiere coming up. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot the details, but I'll tell y'all the next episode.
It's March. Hold on, I got you, twin.
I got it on the calendar. I just forgot the place.
I know you do, but let me see if I can find it. Now I'm trying to find a screenshot.
Oh, I know where the first one at. Oh, hold on. You right. I got it in my calendar.
I don't have the place, but I know I got the date.
I got y'all twin. So the first one is on Thursday, March 13th at the DeKalb Historical Center in downtown Decatur.
And good.
It's gonna be at 6:30 for 7:30 because I forgot I put it in my calendar. I just did, yeah.
And then the second one is March 14th, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Sycamore Palace Gallery in Decatur. Yeah, we outside.
Yeah, damn, they're both in Decatur.
That's perfect too, because it is about Decatur.
You feel me? Yeah, and that's one of the things I highlighted in that thing is how like it's crazy how they call it the projects and it really is a project. You know, they take like this unforsaken land, not unforsaken land, this unlivable land, and then they make it like affordable living for people, poor people, and then they let the poor people build it back up, and then they take it back over, and it's just crazy, bro. It's insane. It's pretty much a project, and it's a way, like you said, it's all a business. I'm gonna let them do the dirty work instead of us putting our money into it. I'm gonna let them do it, and then we're gonna come back and take that shit over. And it's like crazy, bro.
When you look at any job, the people at the bottom work the hardest, and the people at the top just cut their profit.
And that shit's crazy, bro. And it's crazy because, and the other thing just too is like when they give it to us, it's never ours, bro. That's one thing I learned because I used to be like, how do they take it back? It's government. It's still government owned, so it's always been a project. Because everything, the thing, like you said, what we've been known to, especially nowadays, is the perception of the project. We talked about that about other podcasts. The perception of the project is dirty, not clean, unlivable place, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Whereas, bro, that's a perception. Like most projects, people actually take care of. It's just low for. It might not have no air conditioning. It might be like 7, 10 people crowded up in that thing. But people back in the day used to actually take care of their communities. That's a misconception too. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
So.
And even all of those things, like, you know, you're talking about the air conditioning and all that stuff, all of that was also still systematically in place. They made it hard for those things to be available and made it hard for people to get the education that they needed to get the job that they needed. Like, there's oh my gosh, there's like, again, so many back ends to it. And I'm gonna, I think we're gonna end it on this video. I don't know if you've ever seen this one. But it's
with the little kid? That's what I was referring to.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I had to find it because, like, the little kid broke it down. And I love seeing these little videos because it's also incorporating, like, the kids need to know this. Because they're coming right behind us. And, you know, they are gonna want to do something and they need to be aware of like what to do, what not to do, how to do it. You know, the fact that these systems are in place to bring them down, so that way they can be aware of that it's not just about them and society, so they can
You could have sent it to me, Twain. I could have played it on the little audio.
You hear me saying? All right, I'm about to send it to you. Because I turned my volume up because I want to play it out of line.
You good. Because I can play it through here.
Which one? Does it matter? I just sent it to
I got you.
But yeah, I really love that. I love that all of those videos.
12.
Know why they call low-income neighborhoods the projects?
I mean, they really call it that because it's a project for corporate America.
What you mean?
If we being real, bro, the project has been outdated, like, since 2000s, bro. Like, if we want to be real, we could deadass call it the cycle now, bro.
The name projects been outdated since the 2000s?
Yeah, they should call it the cycle, bro. Because if you think about it, they've been recycling guns and drugs in the projects for over 30 years now, bro. And I know for a fact it's people with power poisoning the projects, bro. And it's so true because the CIA used to use drug money to, like, fund the military, which means they don't care about the people from inner cities, bro. And it's only to keep people of color, like, down and out literally right after, well, slavery and segregation ended.
All right, so look, how do you, like, beat the projects?
Nigga, I don't know, bro. I'm only 12 years old, bro. I just found out you supposed to put cereal before the milk. As long as we keep killing each other, the project is working, bro.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
All right, so
That's
look.
I'm just like that. I think that video summed it up perfectly, and I love the fact that they kind of like always end it with a little bit of joke because it's like, while it is a serious conversation, it's just like we can't make the change happen right away.
You feel
so
me?
no need to be sad about it. You know, we can laugh a little bit, but at least be aware of what we're dealing with, so that way we can start to again treat each other better and try to navigate into a space to where that's no longer a problem and we're no longer being experimented on in a sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
I think we can make the change. I just disagree with you if we can make it here. Cause like it's always that one Uncle Tom, you feel me? Can't change everybody, but it's always that bro, y'all need to yo. I'm a little sleepy, y'all. I work with a New Yorker, bro, so he don't put me on the lingo. But look, I'm not ended after this for real. Queen and Slim. Nobody told me that movie is a masterpiece. Have you seen it yet?
I have seen it.
Oh my God. Like
that was a good movie.
Like it really brought my hopes back that like black cinema is gonna come back or did I talk about this with you? Like black like the truth. Like when I say okay, let's go back to number one, black excellence in film and television. Yo, you don't see it like you see like Blackish and Abbott Elementary and they're cool, they're thriving, but like yo, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Different World. You can even like the Huxtables, the Cosby Show.
Before all that stuff.
One thing, those things lasted seasons for a reason.
Yeah.
Shows nowadays don't like, especially in black television, like it's almost like we've become accustomed and kind of try to adapt it to the way white television works. Let's see what's hot until it has its run out. Instead of like, let's keep going. Show like Martin's show, every single episode or show of whatever show it was had a message in each show, especially directed at the black people. You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, here's a problem, here's a solution, and you can overcome anything.
Yes.
You feel me?
Agreed.
Especially within a family unit. Yo, I'm cooking right now. And I feel like that's missing, especially in black movies too, because I don't even think people make those type of black movies anymore. Like mostly all I see is like, these little biopics of Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. They have a couple ones with the slaves when I think are important, but like, Queen and Slim took on it was so much that we need to do a movie review.
We can.
You feel me? And it started off with like, I want to break it down so good. I can't even do it.
We'll hold it
because, But my main thing is like, at the end of the movie, what happened? Who betrayed who? Come on, bro.
That's what we could do a movie review. I gotta watch it again.
The black dude. It was like everyone, every person that helped them was pretty much black, and even the last person. And right before they got away, the black person turned to them for money.
Was that the when the plane and something was supposed to come at the end of it? Yeah. So
I'm just like, that's not gonna happen in every situation. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen in every community, but it could because of the idea we have on monetary value. I feel like, I don't know, I'm not trying to necessarily say we all just move back to Africa and, you know what I'm saying, start off, like broke and shit like that. But I'm just saying if we get away from it fully, and like there's not to say there's no corruption in Africa or any of these other countries like Egypt and shit like that.
And there
definitely is. And that's a whole nother conversation because those are people that just decided some decided to go back, or some came to America, learned their way, and then went back, and then that's how dictatorships start. Like as we were saying, but I don't know, man. I feel like we gotta do our own thing, and I feel like we could do it in America, but we would literally have to like take over a city or some shit like. Like a black, like you know how they say Utah's all white.
There's still risk of just taking over a city because I have thought about that. I'm like, because sometimes I don't want to really put it out there, but sometimes like I'm looking at Atlanta being the melting pot it is, and like a lot of black people doing their thing out here in Atlanta. I'm just like, man, we do too good. They might fuck some shit up and drop something, in the, like sometimes I'll be thinking about it, but I try not to because you put things out there and sometimes that increases the chance of it happening. So I think the best way to do it is so you can't just pick one specific location. It has to be widespread to actually make something change. And like she was saying in the video, affecting their money. If it's widespread and we're keeping most of our profits, we have to learn business, right? This is a business. Just like with the whole Kendrick Lamar halftime show, right? Where he was talking about, this is a game, and he's playing the game, and that's how he chose to play the game.
Yeah.
We have to learn how to play the game. And in the same way too, like they're not in one city; they're all over the place.
I think I ain't saying, I get what you're saying. We could just start in one city and keep building, because that's how they built. They started like with one piece of land, and then they started, but the only difference is they started taking over land that wasn't theirs. Like they were willing to fight, and that's where the greed comes in. That's where the corruption come in. Like the crazy thing about, let's end it right there, because I was about to say with the Trump thing with ICE, and it's like, yo, y'all trying to deport people, nigga? Y'all the first illegal immigrants, my nigga. What? We not even technically immigrants, nigga. Y'all fucking dragged us over here. I don't even, you feel me? So it's like, yo, son, like, yo, all right, I'm done.
Nah, I hear you.
It's just like America is just so funny, bro. And it's almost like, that's why I said we just need to just leave this shit, bro. This shit is a whole joke, dog. We need to go somewhere and just figure out our own shit on our own, build our own shit. And like you said, figure out a way to keep it protected. But it's always
about an island. We need to just buy an island.
I'm telling you, bro. And then grow that island. Expand that island. You feel me?
Can't tell them too much.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, the niggas start busting in our door right now. SWAT team. That shit crazy. All right, that's it. Yeah, shout out to socials.
You guys can find me over at thegroup.chat over on Instagram and TikTok. a.redefinedme.ka on Instagram as well for my other business page, and the group chat podcast on YouTube, and yeah,
that's it.
That's it.
All right, make mine quick, man. Thank you for it's been a minute. Hold on. Thank you for if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening to the audio platform, leave a like, leave a comment. I want to see some emails. realtalkradio626@gmail.com. Yo, we're almost to 200. Yo, we just need like 5 more people, dog. We're almost to 200. Let's get it up. All right. So subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Real.t.radio on Instagram. Real Talk Radio with 2 O's as long as TikTok is up. We don't know how long that's gonna be. Do I have any more socials? I always feel like I always forget one, but I think that's it. I usually leave y'all with a little inspiration, motivation. I was gonna look up a Black History Month quote, but I don't know. So this comes from something I'm going through with a friend of mine at work right now, and he's going through right now, as we all are, and I think that's really one of the big emphasis we really should talk about Black History Month. How much we've overcome over years, and how much we can still thrive. Like we can even do better. We can advance way more than what we have. I feel like especially over these last few years, we definitely stayed a little stagnant. But again, it is hard to that's where I don't want to contradict myself, because I'm like, yeah, we never really fight. We fight for rights, but they never give us our rights. It's always something on their end of why they're giving us what we actually wanted. So with that being said, bro, I don't know how I got to there. Yeah. No matter what you do, never let nobody take you out of your energy. No matter what institution you're in, no matter what situation it is, never let nobody take you out of your energy. Like my friend here always says, she's a healing coach, you know what I'm saying? She always says you're in control of your emotions, and sometimes if you just sit back and think about what you're upset about, most of the time it's probably nothing, bro. Or it's something that you can't control. Like I don't want to get specific about the situation. And
there's a solution
but
to every problem.
It is, bro. And to this specific situation, it's just like, yo, I ain't gonna say that because it's gonna give it away too much. Just don't let people take you out your energy, bro. If it's something that you can control, even if it's something that you can't control, I always know there's a greener pasture on the other side somewhere. So no matter what that is, just don't let nobody take you out your energy, bro. think about what I'm saying though. Don't let nobody else, like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody can do something to piss you off, but only you can control like your emotion, if that makes sense. And how you react to it. You feel me? So if it's something that's like bro, if you still got 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 limbs, you still getting paid that day, nobody died in your family, you have no illnesses, then what are you really mad about, bro? All right, we out, man.